Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I'm going to be doing a redesign. So the first thing that I'm doing is just going in with a pair of nippers to remove the bling. As you can see, everything stayed on really good. I even struggled to take off the bling. And then also this actually is 2 weeks of growth, and as you can see, they still look really good. I was even telling her that she really could have went another week, but she chose to just go ahead and get something different. So after I finish removing the bling, we're gonna go in and remove the colored acrylic. So for that, I am using my extra coarse safety drill bit, which you can find on my Amazon storefront. As always, you guys know that I always list all of the products down in my description, and again, this will be under the Amazon storefront. Also, the drill that I'm using is the Melody Susie Scarlet Nail Drill. I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below as well. But when we're removing the gel polish, I am using my e-file at 15,000 RPMs. And what you're doing is you want to make sure that you do kind of put a little bit of pressure on the nail to remove all of the colored acrylic, but of course not putting too much, because then you will cause friction and it'll cause your client's nail to burn. So again, we're going to go ahead and remove all of the colored acrylic. And of course, since she this is not the first time that we do this set, she already has clear acrylic underneath and then pink from a previous video, or sorry, from a previous set. So we're just going to file the glitter and the blue off. Alrighty, y'all, so I did notice that it was taking me a bit long to take off the colored acrylic. For one, it was a little bit thick on there, but it was still taking a little bit longer than usual, which really just means that it's time for a new drill bit because it does dull out after a while, which I don't know how long I've had that one for, but I know it's been a while. So I switched it out for this extra coarse drill bit. With this one, I do have to be really careful because it's not a safety one, so I could easily cut one of my clients, and since it's really sharp, it would not be nice. So I'm just making sure that I am careful, especially when I get close to the cuticle area. But as you can see, it's taking the glitter and the colored acrylic off a lot easier and faster. So after we finish removing the acrylic, now I'm going in and pushing back the cuticles, and this is going to expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. As always, you want to make sure that you are using either a metal, wood, or plastic cuticle pusher, just something that can be disposed of or disinfected. After we finish pushing back the cuticles, we're going to go back in with the e-file, and this time we're going to be filing at 5,000 RPMs with the sanding band. This is a 180 sanding band, and we're just going to file around the cuticle area, just removing the shine from the new growth. And we're just going to do that on all of them. Again, I am using my e-file at 5,000 RPMs. You could always slow it down or speed it up, whatever you feel comfortable using it at. Alrighty, so after we finish removing the shine, I just dust the nails off, and then I'm going in with my primer. I am using the JC Beauty Concepts primer. I will also be using the JC Beauty Concepts acrylic, which will be the clear acrylic, and then their monomer as well. So the first thing that I'm doing is just going in and placing my bead right in the middle where the natural nail and the tip meets. patting it down and then brushing down towards the tip. And of course, since we did remove a lot of that, or really all of the colored acrylic, we have to go in and rebuild our apex and thickness at the tip. So I'm constantly looking at the nail from the side to see where I need to add more acrylic. And then next we're going to go in and place the next bead closer to the cuticle area. As you can see, I place it down as close as I can to the cuticle area, and then I pat it down to get it really close to the cuticle area, but of course not on the skin. And then I still go and clean up around the cuticle to make sure that I have no product on the skin and we won't get any lifting. And y'all, again, as I'm doing this, I'm steady lifting my client's nail to look at it from the sides to make sure that we have a strong enough apex. You guys know that our apex is where our nail gets its strength from. So that little bead that I placed right there, it was to build a little bit more of an apex. So just placing that one right there, and then once it's good enough, we can move on to the next nail. I feel like I still needed a little bit more to build my apex. And again, the reason why I'm having to add, you know, a lot of acrylic is because we removed all of that colored acrylic, which is what was, you know, we built our apex and stuff with the last time. So we just have to go in and replace that acrylic that we removed. So moving on to the next nail, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go in with a large bead, placing it right in the middle, and then patting it down and gently brushing it down towards the tip. And again, basically whenever you remove all of that acrylic, we're basically falling down to, you know, the clear. And when we do the clear at the bottom, we usually don't make it like super thick. So that's why we have to go in and replace all of that acrylic. That way, you know, our nails do not break off and they're nice and strong. So we're going to do that on all of the nails. I'm not going to be using any colored acrylic this time. I'm just going to be using gel polish. But again, the acrylic that I'm using is the JC Beauty Concepts acrylic. I'm also using the Alpha brush in a number 10, and it's an oval shape. And I absolutely love their brushes, so definitely recommend them. And then the collaboration that I'm doing with them will be out really soon, so I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. And then also I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys that when you are a beginner and you're looking for an acrylic kit, please stay away from the little kits that you see on Amazon that are like $20 some for a whole bunch of glitters and the acrylic and the monomer, and it's like a all-in-one type of kit. Like, please stay away from those because 100% of the time they are EMA acrylic, which is not good for you at all. You can definitely Google it and you will see those pictures and it will make you think twice about it. But they are just not good kits at all. I mean, the brushes don't work at all. So definitely don't ever go cheap on your acrylic. I'm not telling you to go and spend, you know, a whole bunch of money on acrylics, but definitely invest in something that you know is going to work, because not using good acrylics would definitely ruin your first experience of doing acrylic nails. I know for me, when I first started, I used the little Kiss kit from Walmart, and even that was not good at all. The brush is terrible, and it literally made me, you know, not want to pick up acrylics again. Like, it literally took me a while before I did another set of acrylics because it was horrible. Like, I literally spent like 4 hours on my younger sister's nails, and then the minute she woke up, she took them right off, and they were bulky and they were bumpy and they were just horrible. So definitely invest in good products. Again, I am using JC Beauty Concepts, and it's really not that expensive. You could always just buy the small containers to start off with, and then, you know, as you get more practice and more comfortable, you could always restock and get, you know, the bigger bottles if you need to. But again, do not go cheap on your acrylics. Alrighty, so we're gonna go in and basically do the same thing. And also, before you even start applying the acrylic, when you're doing a redesign, look at the nail from the side, again, before you apply the acrylic. That way you know exactly where you need to add more acrylic. Just because I know for me, especially on this set, like, you know, I had a little bit more acrylic for some reason on one hand than the other, or that's what I was starting off with. So on some nails I didn't have to go in and add as much acrylic because we already had a good thickness at the tip. So just kind of look at it before you even get started. That way you know exactly where to add more, and that way you don't end up with really thick nails. Alrighty, so after we finish applying the acrylic, we're going to go in with the 100-100 nail file to reshape the nails. As always, following the sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle, going from those side walls towards the free edge. And then whenever you follow the free edge, make sure that you hold the nail really straight and that you hold your file at a vertical angle. And I just feel like that helps you get that perfect coffin shape. So again, 90-degree angle on the sides, and then the free edge. And then also make sure that when you're shaping that you're looking at your shape. That way you know exactly if you need to file more on one side or if it's good and you can move on to the next nail. But please pay attention as you're doing this. Alrighty, so after we finish reshaping the nails, we're going to go in with the fine drill bit. I'm using my e-file at 10,000 RPMs during this step. And we're just going to make sure that we seal that cuticle area really good. After we seal the cuticle area, we're going to file the rest of the nail to make sure that it's nice and smooth. As you guys seen, I kind of felt on the top of the nail to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I move on to the next nail. So same thing going around that cuticle area. And when you're filing around the cuticle area, this is going to make or break your nails, or it's going to determine if you get lifting or not. If you do not seal that cuticle area good, you will get lifting, which means that there's going to be a gap in between your natural nail and the acrylic, and most likely any water, you know, moisture, lotion, anything that gets trapped underneath the nail will cause the nail to lift, and it's going to cause your nail to get a greeny, and you don't want that. So make sure that you are filing around that cuticle area. Again, I'm using my e-file at 10,000 rpms, but if that's too fast for you and you need to slow it down, that is completely fine. Just slow it down to whatever speed you feel comfortable using it at. And then also, again, just following the rest of the nail to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And as always, if you are a beginner and your nails are still pretty bumpy and lumpy and thick, you just have to spend a little bit more time during this following part to file down the acrylic as much as you can and even it out. Alrighty, so after we finish filing the nails, we're going to go in with the buffer, and this is going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. So you want to make sure that you buff those nails really good, because if not, you will be able to see every little single scratch through your polish. After we finish buffing the nails, we're just going to dust them off. I'm going to clean up my area, and then I'm going to wipe the nails off with an alcohol wipe to get rid of any of that dust that's left on the nails before we go in with the polish. Alrighty, so after we wipe the nails off, I'm going in with the color Florist by Madam Glam. My promo code for Madam Glam is Get Nailed, and I'll be sure to leave that down in the description with the link. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be doing that pink, which is a beautiful hot pink. I'm going to do that on the pinky, the middle finger, and the thumb. And then remember the designs that I did just, I think, Monday. I'm going to be doing the cow print on the ring finger and the index finger, just like I did on that video. I'll be sure to leave the link down below if you guys did not watch it, but it's just a video of me doing 5 different animal prints on some little practice nails with like a textured 3D kind of effect. So for that, I'm using a white gel polish, which is the Perfect White Gel Polish by Madam Glam. Again, I'm gonna do that on both of those fingers, and then of course after we cure this first coat, we are gonna do the same thing on the other hand, and then we're gonna come back and do a second coat. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go in and do a second coat of both colors, and then of course just going in and curing each coat for another 30 seconds. And to cure the nails, as always, I am using my Holly lamp by Madam Glam. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in and do the Madam Glam gel top coat on the white nails, and then we're going to cure for 60 seconds. The reason why we're doing the top coat is because since I'm going to be doing a like a textured cow print, which means that I'm going to basically sprinkle like the little clear acrylic over the black gel polish once I do the cow print. And we only want the black to be textured, so we do the top coat underneath. That way the white will be nice and shiny, and then the black would be kind of textured, almost like a velvety look, but you guys will see what I'm talking about once we get to it. But now I'm going to go in with the black. This is Perfect Black, also by Madam Glam. And with my little dotting tool, which is actually, this is actually the back of my little cleanup brush. One side is the brush, one side is a dotting tool, which I absolutely love it. I'm just going in and drawing my little cow print. As you can see, some big, some small, and then some little tiny dots as well. We're going to do that on both nails. And then after we finish doing the black, I'm going to be using my JC Beauty Concepts clear powder or clear acrylic. And I'm just going to pour that over the top of the nail, kind of sprinkling it over the top of the nail. That way it's going to land right on the black, and then it's going to give that black a matte textured look, which is what we're going for. Again, I'll leave the link down below to the video where I did different prints with this same technique, but I think it's just really pretty and it just gives it a whole nother, you know, look other than just the regular cow print. It just gives it a little bit more of like a personality, you know. So I'm gonna do that on both of these fingers, just sprinkling the glitter over it, and then we're gonna go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. So I'm gonna do the same thing on these two nails, so doing the black first, and before you cure the black, we're gonna go in and sprinkle the glitter over the top of the nail. Alrighty, so next we're gonna go in and apply some bling on the middle finger. I did want to do like a little bit of gold in there as well. I feel like it would go perfect with that cow print. So I just did one of the big stones in the center, and then I'm gonna do the little gold little accents as well. As always, I am using the selenium adhesive. It works really well for me. This is what I always use, and I definitely recommend it, and I'll be sure to leave her link down below so you guys can go check her out. Alrighty, so after I finish applying my bling, I'm going to spray that nail with the Hurry Up spray, which is a spray that dries that glue instantly. Since it is a gel resin, it takes it a little bit longer to dry without the spray, but with the spray, it literally dries it instantly, and I feel like it helps the bling stay on a lot better. So I definitely recommend it, and that will be under my Amazon storefront link. Just click on the little list that says nail supplies and you'll find that there. But of course, we're just going in and applying the top coat now. We're only applying the top coat to the pink nails now. We've already done the top coat on the cow print nail, which was only on the white. And then since we are doing the textured look on the black, we're not gonna do anything else. We just did the acrylic, cured that, and that's it. So same thing for this other hand, just applying the bling on the middle finger. And then after that, we're going to spray the bling with the Hurry Up spray. And then we're going to go in with the top coat on the pink nails. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they turned out really, really pretty. I love how everything just kind of goes together. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also hit the little bell so you are notified every time that I post. And I will see you guys next time.